Hello and welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. We've got Friday night football under the lights here at Pride Park for you this evening as Derby County go for their first championship points of the season at home to Bristol City. Pride Park certainly saw plenty of goals and drama during the Rams' home opener against Coventry City just 6 days ago. The visitors twice took the lead in the first half, the Rams levelling twice through first Callum Elder and then Carlton Morris, his second goal in as many starts for the Rams, before Derby took the lead early in the second half through captain Ibu Adams. But that 3-2 lead didn't hold for long. Coventry struck 3 times in 8 minutes to turn the game on its head once more and eventually leave Pride Park with all 3 points. Which means Derby come into tonight as one of 6 championship clubs still without a point 2 matches into the season. Head coach John Eustace pretty clear on where the improvements need to come.
Obviously, we've got to defend better. To score 3 goals at home was really pleasing. To concede 5 is not so pleasing. I thought the atmosphere of the day was fantastic. And the home support was awesome, and to come away with nothing out of the game was really disappointing.
You were back at the stadium on Monday for the open training session. How much did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was great to see the fans again. There's 3,000 or 4,000 there for the open day, so it was great to see their support behind the boys after a disappointing Saturday. So it was good to get back onto the training field. We started the work straight away, hard work for the week. We did a little bit of prep for that on the Monday, and also gave the fans a little bit of what they wanted to see as well. So it was a really positive day. How
important do you think events like that are when it comes to building the connection with the fan base, particularly the younger supporters?
Yeah, it's important that this Derby County family is one. No matter how old or how young you are, if you're playing, if you're part of the staff, we're one club and we've got that one club mentality. And it's important that the city is proud to watch us play and to support the club, and that's a responsibility of myself and the players to make sure that we give as much as we can to make sure the fans are happy.
Is there any different vibe, different edge to a training session when you've got that many eyes on it?
No, definitely not. The level of professionalism from the boys is exactly the same, and I thought it was a good day.
You had Ryan Brewster there, first chance for him at Pride Park in front of a crowd. How's he getting on?
Yeah, he's doing really well. I think possibly 4 or 5 days now back in the group. We managed to give him 45 minutes yesterday at Oxford as well, which was a really big bonus for us. So he's progressing nicely. It's just important now we put him in with the first team. In the first team squad, at the right time, and that's going to be some good discussions with the medical department and also himself.
Any major updates on anyone else for us?
No, not at all. The injured boys are slowly getting back to fitness. There's been some really good work on the training field from 2 or 3 of them. So, Kane Wilson joined in on Monday as well, which is great. That's the first time we've had him back in the training group since the end of last season. So that was a big plus. He's a real character in the group and, a top performer. So we're all glad to see him back as well.
On to Friday then, Bristol City visiting Pride Park, a playoff team last season, new manager now. Do they look any different in these early games under the new boss?
Well, they're still a very good team. We've played 2 teams who both finished in the playoffs, and our first game against Stoke, who they've invested well as well. So we've been in both games, and we've been competitive in both games. Bristol game won't be any different. They're a good team. They're coached very well. They've got a real set style of play now, and they've got a group of players that have been there a long time. So that helps. We know it's going to be a difficult challenge, but one we really can't wait for now. Obviously we want to put a wrong right from Saturday, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
There is Derby boss John Eustace. Well, the Rams hosting Bristol City tonight, who last season reached the playoffs for the first time in 17 years. There has been one significant change at Ashton Gate, though, over the summer. Not too many changes on the playing front, but Austrian coach Gerhard Struber is now the man in charge after former boss Liam Manning left to join Norwich. You might remember Struber from his spell at Barnsley 5 years ago. He saved them from relegation in 2020. He's been in charge at New York Red Bulls, RB Salzburg and Cologne in the years since, and he's off to a good start with the Robins, unbeaten in League and Cup so far. Here's his views on Derby.
Everything what I saw right now from Derby, they was a little bit unlucky. Yeah, so the game, so they concede 8 goals in the end. Yeah, in 2 matches, this looks not great. On the same time, I can see the games how close they are, and what could happen. Yeah? And of course, I see big signings from Derby. So they invest a lot of money. They have, from my perspective, a really good quality, a really good quality, and so this means for us we have to be on an outstanding high level on Friday night, and this is what we need in the end, that we can pick up points, and this is our clear goal on Friday night.
You mentioned their difficult start of the season. How much do you take from, when teams have only played a couple of games, how much work can you do on assessing where they're at? Because obviously, like you've mentioned, they've got a new head coach and quite a few changes as well.
Yeah, I think we know in which direction they want to play. So very direct, and of course they have in the topic of set play, they have a big leverage in every game. They have a high XG to score over set play, and especially free kicks and corner kicks are on a very high level. So we have to be in this direction, sharp like a knife, but on the same time we can see also some weakness. Yeah, maybe also the connection between the old players needs a little bit time, and in this way, it's a big game on Friday night. I think it's a tough game, especially the atmosphere there is outstanding. I know this. I can remember from the time in Barnsley when we played there. So yeah, I have respect for Derby, but I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to this game, especially the atmosphere in the stadium is very good.
Gerhard Struber there, and don't forget the familiar faces in his Bristol City side. Hayden Roberts, Jason Knight, Max Bird, all former Rams who could feature for the visitors this evening. Let's hear from one of Bird's former teammates. Callum Elder scored his first Derby County goal in the defeat to Coventry at the weekend.
Yeah, it was obviously a really special moment for me, especially to do it at Pride Park, my first goal for the club. Amazing atmosphere on Saturday. Couldn't see the game through, which was the most disappointing part. I think that's first 2 games of the season now we've taken leads in the league and haven't been able to see it through. We've got back and we've analysed the game, and I think the most disappointing thing is that we haven't reached the standards that we've set for ourselves in the last 7 months in terms of dealing with situations, when the pressure's on us, and that's something that we'll certainly look to rectify moving forward.
Is it helpful to know, I guess, that you can get back to those standards because you've shown you've been at that level before? Yeah, I think that comes from the attitude of the team. We're always looking to, deal with situations as best we can. We've got players in the team that can score goals and create moments. Strong on set plays, which we've shown in both games and in the midweek cup game. So, we know that the confidence is there in terms of dealing with situations where, we can take leads in football matches, but on the flip side, we need to certainly show more character when, it's backs against the wall and we have to deal with situations, when it's not going our way. And, we've analysed them in detail over the last couple of days. And as we move forward to Friday's game, it's something that we're certainly looking to put right. Just to go back to your goal for a minute or two, and you mentioned Tuesday there, it was so similar to Joe Ward's on Tuesday at West Brom. Was that in your mind at all when you got the free kick in that area? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like that goal 3 days before, it was very similar. It's not something that I thought of. However,
it's probably something that he thought of as well. When you have a free kick from that angle, there's not a lot of time from the ball getting into the box for one of our players to sort of make up the distance, because their line is so deep to the goal. So I just said to myself, I'll aim for the far post and try and find that far corner, which I managed to do. So yeah, like I said, I'm really delighted to score my first goal. It was certainly a special moment.
First goal in 4 years as well. Is it something you think about much as a defender? No,
not really. It's obviously an added bonus. However, it is one thing that I sort of said to myself moving into the new season, that I certainly want to have ambitions to have more attacking returns for the team. I think it's always important when those returns are coming from all areas of the pitch. So it's something that I pride myself in, and as I look to move forward, look to have more contributions in the final third.
You obviously were delighted with it, but your teammates looked even happier than you did. Tell me about the group and how this group, because there are plenty of new faces, have come together.
Yeah, it's been a big change. There's been a lot of new signings. I feel like everyone has integrated into the squad really well. You know, the manager's always big on signing good characters. That will also improve the quality of the squad. So, you know, I think it's a really good dressing room to come into. We'll always make the new lads feel welcome, and, you know, they're certainly giving their all on and off the pitch to become sort of valuable members of the squad. So we are delighted to have the new boys on board.
The head coach, John Eustace, has talked a lot about patience. He's stressed that over these opening weeks of the season and longer term as well, in terms of what he wants to build here. Has he stressed that to you as the players as well? He wants you to be patient early days?
I think there is an element of that. However, when you talk about the things that have gone wrong in the first 2 games of the season, I don't think there's an element of patience for that, because, like I said at the start of the interview, the standards that we've set in the last 7 months for ourselves that got us out of difficult situations last season when we needed them to, and I feel that they should, and we all feel that they should be the foundation moving forward in terms of us and our identity as a squad. And over the last sort of couple of weeks, at key moments, we've slipped from them standards. So there is an element of patience, but I think in moments where, you know, we need to sort of show more character to deal with threats that come into the game, we certainly need to be better moving forward.
How much are you looking forward to Friday, to Bristol City, and the chance to put things right in front of the home fans? Yeah,
it's an excellent fixture. Friday night, back at Pride Park. We know that the atmosphere will be crazy. You know, the fans will be right behind us, and we've certainly got back to the training ground, and we've looked to rectify the things in the first 2 games that we know we can be better, and, you know, we'll be on the front foot on Friday looking to get our first win of the season.
There is Derby defender Callum Elder. So Derby against Bristol City kicks off the Championship weekend. Leicester's trip to Charlton among the lunchtime games tomorrow. There are 3 teams with a 100% record left in the Championship. Middlesbrough go to Norwich, Stoke visit Southampton, and West Brom host Portsmouth. And it all starts tonight here at Pride Park Stadium. Derby County against Bristol City is available to watch on RamsTV in the EFL's Unsold Markets. Go to the website dcfc.co.uk to find out if you can watch where you are and to get your match pass as well. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff here tonight, so Matchday Live with you at the slightly later time of 7:30. The gang will see you then. Goodbye.